Hey guys, Scorch here. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk to you about the new runes, new preseason 8 runes, more specifically what are really strong right now. I'm going to try and keep this video really short, so I'll just pretend you're my girlfriend and hopefully I'll be done really quickly. So starting things off, let's go with the Keystone Masteries. They're the big boys after all. The first really strong Keystone is Press the Attack. Press the Attack could probably be argued as the best Keystone right now. It's really good on a load of different champions. If you're someone who uses attack speed in their kit, or just likes on hit builds, then you'll probably like Press the Attack. Press the Attack is not only good on AD carries for very obvious reasons, but you're also seeing it on junglers too, like Xin Zhao. People like Shyvana, who've had a massive spike in win rate, mostly because of this rune. And even people in the top lane, like say Na for example, it's really good on so many champions. So not only is it great because it's just very useful on like a huge amount of different champions in different roles, but it's really strong as well. The second really strong Keystone is Aftershock. And more specifically though, Aftershock when you're playing a champion that has a resistance buff in their kit. So what I'm talking about when I say that is like Leona's W or Rammus's W. These are abilities that increase your resistances when you activate them. That's really good combined with Aftershock, because Aftershock increases your resistances based off of how much resistance you already have. It's a percentage. So when you pop Leona W or you pop Rammus W and then you pop the Aftershock, you have a massive spike in armor and magic resist, and you're essentially unkillable while it's going through. And the last keystone for this video is Grasp of the Undying. By itself, Grasp probably doesn't stand out as being like really mega OP, but the reason why I'm putting it on this list is because pretty much every top lane fighter is taking this. And it's not just fighters in the traditional sense, it's basically anyone, sort of. Like for example, there are champions who didn't really like Grasp of the Undying from season 7, champions who it doesn't really have any kind of amazing synergy on, but they still take it now because it's pretty strong. So people like Maokai and Nautilus are probably the best examples of that. Obviously then you have people like Shen, who it's just, you know, always been good on and is still really good on. But yeah, it's just better on a lot more people now. Quick shout out here to Airy. This would be number 1 on this video if it didn't just get nerfed. But Airy was so strong. It was meant to be, in theory, for people like Nami, you know, can get benefit out of the damage, but also the supporty style of it too. But in the end, it was just picked on poke champions. People like Pantheon top lane were taking Airy. Teemo was taking Airy. Even people like Kennen were picking it up. Basically, it just had too much damage, which meant that these champions could pick it up, and it was really bloody good on them. And that's not even taking into consideration, obviously, the fact that he gives more than just damage. But the damage has been nerfed this patch, so I'm not sure if it's still going to be like really strong, but still deserves a mention. Moving on to the minor runes now, there are actually quite a few really good ones here as well. The first one is Triumph. Triumph is basically like the old dangerous game, but it's even stronger now. It restores a percentage of your missing health. And what the really cool thing about Triumph is that the only time when you really notice that it's doing something is the time when you really need it. Because it restores a percentage of your missing health, so the lower health you are, the more it's giving you, and the lower health you are, the more you need the healing from it. So I just think in general, it just seems like one of those really clutch masteries. There have been a few times where it's really saved my ass, and when it's saved the enemy's ass as well. Yeah, it's just really good all around. Another really good minor rune is Sudden Impact. This one, I mean, there's not really too much to say about it. It just gives you a pretty big DPS boost. It's very easy to rack up like 50% of the damage of your Keystone rune just with the damage from Sudden Impact. And there's actually a lot of champions that can get use out of this as well, so it's not niche by any means. It's really strong, and it's strong on a lot of people. I'd say those two are probably the best minor runes, but outside of that, Transcendence definitely deserves a mention. This is the one that allows you to stack CDR. Now, I thought this was going to be a lot stronger than it kind of seems to be. I, like, hand on heart, generally thought this was like going to get hotfixed or definitely get nerfed. Still pretty cool, the fact that you can stack cleavers, or like I did with my Malphite video, you can stack frozen hearts and stuff like that. And the last rune we'll mention today is the Scorch rune. Now, you may not have seen too much Scorch or heard much about it. And the reason for that really is just because Sudden Impact and Triumph are so bloody strong that chances are you'll be taking those over it. It gives you a pretty decent amount of extra damage into your rotation, good for poke, good for burst combos. But if you are playing damaged champions and you are going sorcery, secondary, or even primary, then you will most likely be getting Scorch. People like Elise and Nidalee, for example, get it very frequently. I want to give a really quick shout out to Font of Life. This is the one which basically works like the Bond of Stone from last season. It's really good on CC junglers specifically. Pretty much every single jungle that goes into the resolve tree gets Font of Life as well. But yeah, anyway, that's what I want to say for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheek thumbs up if you liked it. You can subscribe to me for more Legends content. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video.